All right, so let's get into this. Miss Donna Scott Motley, come to the front of the class, madam. Let us hear your voice.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, the Most Honorable Juliet Hones, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator the Honorable Tom Tavares Finson, President of the Senate, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Hones, Prime Minister of Jamaica, members of the House of Representatives and the Senate, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our visitors from Ghana, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot neglect the judiciary on this occasion. Madam Speaker, there are visits that mark diplomacy. There are visits that mark friendship. And there are visits that remind us of who we are. And this is such one today. It is my honor and my privilege to join this honorable House in welcoming His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, to the Parliament of Jamaica. We welcome you, the President of Ghana, but we also welcome a people with whom we have shared a journey.
Sorry, shout out to Miss Donna Scott Motley, but did you guys watch this today? I'm just watching it, right? I just saw a nod from Queen of the Soul. I want to think that's the president of Ghana that in recognition and she recognized and respectable nod because it's the Queen of the Soul is a force, she's a presence in a room, so it's kind of hard to ignore her. You have those people that once they step into a room, you have to see them. Not that they want to be seen, but they just have that presence. I don't think y'all saw that, but let me right here for those that are watching on the computer. Check this.
Mahama to the Parliament of Jamaica. We welcome you, the President of Ghana. But
right there, right there. If you know the Parliament, Mister, the President of Ghana is sitting in front of the Speaker of the House as a special guest, and where she's looking, I can put my money. I don't gamble, but if I was to put my money on it, she's not looking at Juliet Oles, obviously, or Tom Tavares Finson, obviously. The only other person in that direction that she could be looking under her eye like this for a short second to nod in freeze frame is the President of Ghana. I'll put my money out, but let's continue.
we also welcome a people with whom we have shared a journey for centuries. Our ancestors stood upon the shores of Ghana. They walked through the door of no return. History gave it that name. It was meant to mark an ending, the ending of a homeland, the ending of people, the ending of hope. But history does not always belong to those who write it. Our ancestors crossed an ocean, but they did not cross out memory. They crossed an ocean, but they did not cross out identity. They crossed an ocean, but they did not cross out hope. They carried with them songs that became our music. They carried rhythms that still beat in our hearts. They carried traditions that found new life in Jamaica.
I don't know, but what's her name? What, Audrey Marks? The camera always catches her with the wrong facial expression. I don't know what's going on with this lady. I don't know what's going on. What did Miss Donna Scott Motley say, bro? Hold up, wait a minute.
An ocean. But they did not cross out hope. They carried with them songs that became our music. They carried rhythms that still beat in our hearts. They carried traditions that found new life in Jamaica.
Audrey Marks look like she wants to sleep. A while ago, you could see her eye them moving like this. And then she closed them like so. She look like she wants to sleep. Look like she have fight to sleep. Something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell you about them.
Embarrassing.
We need some milk. They carried faith that sustained the journey. They carried rhythms that still beat in our hearts. They carried traditions that found new life in Jamaica. They carried faith that sustained generations. They carried an unbreakable spirit that no chain could bind and no ocean could drown. They left the shores of Ghana, but Ghana never left them. It lives in our culture, it lives in our language, it lives in our communities, it lives in us. Madam Speaker, history has a remarkable way of completing its circles. When Ghana emerged as the first independent nation in sub-Saharan Africa, it chose as its symbol at the center of its flag the black star, inspired by Marcus Garvey's vision of the Black Star Line, a Jamaican dream that has become part of Ghana's national identity. How fitting that a dream born in Jamaica should become a symbol of African freedom. How fitting that the story which began in Africa should return, not in chains, but in triumph. Our nations, Mr. President, are connected not only by memory, but by purpose. Madam Speaker, Ghana has not confined itself to remembering history. It is helping to shape it. Your country's leadership at the United Nations in advancing the recognition of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade as crimes against humanity marked a significant moment in the international pursuit of justice.
You know, say cameraman Messi. The cameraman just catch Babsy Grange a while ago. And then he go on the young Carencia. No, hold on there. Yo, this cameraman, bro.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this?
Should become a symbol of African freedom. How fitting that the story which began in Africa should return, not in chains, but in triumph. Our nations, Mr. President, are connected not only by memory, but by purpose. Madam Speaker, Ghana has not confined itself to remembering history. It is helping to shape it. Your country's leadership at the United Nations in advancing the recognition of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade as crimes against humanity marked a significant moment in the international pursuit of justice. It affirmed for us that this is not merely a question of memory or morality, but one of international law, human dignity, and the continuing consequences of one of history's great injustices. Today, you, President Mahama, you have renewed that leadership through the establishment of the Global Advisory Council on Reparatory Justice, on which 3 prominent Caribbean leaders sit. Our own Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Prime Minister Mia Motley, and Dr. Ralph Gonzalez have been called to your service.
Andrew want to spoil up that. Dr. Ralph Gonzalez and Mia Motley, that's powerful. But Andrew want to spoil up that. Him are the sour grape in the mix, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not. Sad.
Madam Speaker, I hope that President Mahama's presence here will also inspire us to reflect on our own unfinished journey towards full sovereignty. As we speak of reparatory justice and the enduring legacy of colonialism, may we find the courage to complete our own journey from monarchy to republic and to embrace the Caribbean Court of Justice as our
Beat it on them, Donna Scott Motley. Beat it on them. What you mean? That is it. That is it. That is it. I was waiting for it, man. Embrace our own freedom and get to the republic, right? And go to and leave the monarch alone, leave the privy council totally. Think so Andrew Jonas do that? Juice Lips, what's up? Andrew Jonas not do that. Andrew Jonas is a privy council member. Andrew Jonas not making under Andrew Jonas, Jamaica will not leave the monarch. Not fully, not 100%. Him now cut off the umbilical cord, ladies and gentlemen. Him know who him work for. You remember good, and it's not the Jamaican people there. You notice none of them over JLP now Naki bench because them don't agree. Play it again.
justice and the enduring legacy of colonialism, may we find the courage to complete our own journey from monarchy to republic and to embrace the Caribbean Court of Justice as our For if we are serious about reclaiming our history, asserting our sovereignty, and shaping our own future, then surely we must have the courage to do so fully. May this visit remind us that the journey from Africa to the Caribbean did not end with emancipation or independence. It continues in the work of building nations that are fully sovereign, confident in their identity, and masters of their own destiny.
Hey, this lady is a professional. You see how she pauses after she says a powerful word and let it sizzle and linger in your spirit? Just to let it digest a little. She does that intentionally, you know. Yo, this last part, she took the heart of the liberates. Imagine a man like the president of Ghana. Her message resonates with him, you know. He wouldn't want to see, and I'm speaking for him right now. This is my belief. I do believe that the Ghana president, based off his reputation, ladies and gentlemen, would want to see this country rid themselves of the monarch. Completely have the courage to do so. Get it done. Cut off the umbilical cord. Let's go. I believe he would love to see that. under the anti-honest government, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. They don't have the courage, and also they don't work for the people. They work for themselves and their masters.
The great Caribbean poet, Kamau Brathwaite, whose years in Ghana
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
TikTok, I have to show no. I have to show no. I have to show no favor. No. TikTok, I have to show no favor. Me not gonna make a. Me not look on favor TikTok. On a screenshot that. Man, I'm screenshotting that, bro. Yo, this is anytime I do a reaction to favor, I'm definitely putting that on the screen. Yeah, that's a shot right there. I have nothing to say, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at her face. Look at her facial expression. Lord have mercy. Jesus, take the wheel. You cannot make this up. Mm-mm. Ain't that something?
of their own destiny. The great Caribbean poet, Kamau Brathwaite, whose years in Ghana transformed his understanding of the Caribbean, taught us that Africa was never a place from which we came. It is a part of who we are. Perhaps this is why this visit feels so deeply significant. For today, the descendants of those who left Ghana welcome the President of Ghana to the Parliament of Jamaica. His Excellency, John.
Salute to Miss Donna Motley. Excellence personified, as per usual. Thank you, ma'am. That was that speech connected in every language, and you can see how engaged the Prime Minister, or the President, I should say. My apologies. The President of Ghana is extremely engaged. Shout out to him, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like and share the video. All right. Tell me what you guys think about Mr. Donna Motley, and my thoughts on it. Yeah, the greatest point. She made a lot of great points, but key takeaways from me. In terms of the transatlantic slave trade, people should know their history. Ghana is one of those places that has taken some serious steps in trying to heal multiple generational wounds. They embrace the Jamaican people. They welcome us, and I'm telling you, there's people from Jamaica that live in Ghana, and you know, only maybe a few, but there's some wise ones that are there, and they're doing well. They're doing well. I'm telling you, the Ghanaians, they love us. 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 But it's sad that the Jamaica Labour Party doesn't have the courage. Belly is big up. The Jamaica Labour Party doesn't have the courage to take us to the another level and totally remove ourselves from the court. I wonder if Andrew is going to do it now that Mr. Paul Buchanan is more than likely going to go all the way with his case. I wonder if he's going to do that. Sister P, what's up? I wonder. Interesting. Let me know what you guys think, alright?